Hello and welcome to another weekend update on this June 28th weekend. I've got great news. The year 2020 is almost halfway done. This week we celebrate Canada Day and six months of 2020 will be completed. There will be a time when COVID-19 will move from the headlines into the history books. A time when it moves from our windshield into our rearview mirror. 2020 is always going to stand out in our memories as a very significant year of transition as we continue to deal with changes week by week and month by month, and we deal with the impact of the restrictions and of COVID. Now, we have no guarantees about 2021, but we have made it halfway through 2020. So congratulations. I hope that now that summer is here, you're able to get some vacation time, a break from your work, perhaps a chance to change your routine, but most of all, a chance to be renewed and refreshed. I want to give you an update, a few things you should know about our weekend services. One, this Sunday, June 28th, we will again hold two services, one at 9:30 and another at 11:15. You do not need to register in advance this week, as we should have enough space. We will have you check in with an usher so we can maintain a list of those who attend, should it be needed to track contacts for infection control. It looks like there's usually more space in the second service, so if you're debating between the two, you may want to come at 11:15. Second, we will continue to post Sunday sermons online for any who are not able to join in person. We fully understand if you choose to stay home to reduce the risk of infection. To this point, I've been pre-recording messages so that they're ready for Sunday. Over the next few weeks, we plan to record live and post messages after the service. So if you can't find the message right away, it will show up either Sunday or Monday. Third, starting next weekend, Sunday, July 5th, we will hold only one service. We'll hold a service at 10 a.m. We'll use the connection room as needed to maintain physical distancing, but we should have capacity over the summer months when attendance is typically more sparse. I also want to encourage each one to help us to keep one another safe from infections. We ask you to first review the list of screening questions each week to determine if there are any conditions that would require you not to attend. We haven't yet instituted a screening interview or required those attending to fill in a form or signed a waiver, but those are some suggested practices that could yet come into play as being a requirement, depending how guidelines play out. Number two, when you enter the building, we ask you to sanitize your hands. Number three, maintain physical distancing, and in our seating, that requires that you leave 3 chairs between yourself and any others who are not in your family or your cohort. And fourth, we strongly encourage you to wear a mask when entering and leaving, as those are the times when physical distancing is most easily compromised. Our region, the East Central region, has been very fortunate in that we've had very few cases. There has, you've probably noticed, been a rise of cases in Edmonton area. There's a recent case in the Tofield half of Beaver County, and it's quite likely that our province will see some localized outbreaks. If that happens in our area, it could impact our ability to meet. It could change our precautions or procedures we need to implement in order to continue to gather. So I ask you and I thank you in advance for all you can do to help ensure that we keep one another safe as we gather. Scripture says, "Come, let us worship." The message this week is from Psalm 95. It's part of our How Shall We Then Pray series. I also call it one of my deep values, as it is about worship. Psalm 95 and a very similar Psalm 81 call us to worship, and they both use a common illustration from the nation of Israel when they failed to worship. These remind us of the importance of worship, and they help us to worship in spirit and in truth. God continues to be faithful as we manage transition, as we deal with the challenges of this unusual time. So as we prepare to worship this weekend, I direct you to Psalm 89 that reminds us of God's faithfulness. It says, "I will sing of the Lord's great love forever. With my mouth I will make your faithfulness known through all generations. I will declare that your love stands firm forever, that you have established your faithfulness in heaven itself. The heavens are yours, and yours also the earth. You founded the world and all that is in it. You created the north and the south. Tabor and Hermon sing for joy at your name. Your arm is endowed with power, your hand is strong, your right hand exalted. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne. Love and faithfulness go before you. Blessed are those who have learned to acclaim you, who walk in the light of your presence, Lord. My desire is that as we spend time together this weekend, whether in person or online, that we would experience the light of God's presence in a way that encourages and refreshes each one. May see you Sunday. Hope so. God bless.